So what time frame is the best for trading forex? Is it the daily time frame? Is it the 1 hour time frame? Is it the 15 minutes time frame? And the answer is no, it's none of those. It's all of them at once. It's called multi-time frame analysis. At the end of this video, you're gonna be able to use and combine different time frames. And this is very important because every time frame tells a story, and it's not necessarily a different story, but it's different parts of the same story. So if you can be able to combine these different time frames, you're gonna have a fuller picture of what's happening. And that's basically the idea behind multi-time frame analysis. So before we go to live charts, I wanna show you what's actually happening when we change time frames. Let's take a look at this price action. So as you can see, this is daily time frame. We have 4 candles. So basically this is 4 days because every candle represents 1 day. So we have a bullish move up and a bearish move down. So that's all the daily time frame is telling us. This is how that exact price action looks on the 4-hour chart. So as you can see, on the 4-hour we have more candles since 1 day contains 24 hours. So we have a lot of 4 hours within 1 day. So this is still 4 days, but now the price action is divided into sections of 4 hours. And this price action still tells the same story, but this time we have more detail. So as you can see, we still have a move up and a move down. And let's see how this looks on the 1 hour time frame. So as you can see, we have a lot more detail right now, but overall you can see we have a move up and a move down. But this time we can see all the little things that price did on its way up and all the little detail of what it did as it goes down, as opposed to the daily time frame, which just told you that price went up and down. So what do we see from this? What we see is that the daily time frame tells you a bigger picture. So the bigger time frame basically summarizes what the price is doing, and the lower time frames tell you the detail of how price did what the daily time frame said it has been doing. So this is the reason why everyone is talking about top-down analysis. Basically, if you have noticed, most of people who trade naked charts like I do, we usually start on higher time frame and work our way down to lower time frame. So this is because we are looking for a bigger picture on the higher time frame, and once we have a bigger picture, we now look for the details, and that gives you a lot of advantage in the market. So right now I'm gonna show you exactly how to do top-down analysis. So right now, as you can see, I have gold on the daily time frame, and I've reversed price back to January 2021 because there's a whole lot of interesting things that we can learn from this price action. So what do we see on the daily time frame? Price has been on an uptrend, but currently we are sort of in a correction phase. So price is kind of consolidating right here, but that doesn't mean we can't have trading opportunities within the consolidations. So one useful thing that I see in the moment is that we're approaching this significant level right here for that potential double top. So as you can see, I'm looking for that double top. So now I'll be interested in seeing what's happening right here. And how do I know that? The only way to find out what's happening there is by going to a lower time frame. So now you can start to see how multi-time frame works. So I'm gonna zoom into the lower time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame. Still a bit of high time frame, but it's lower than daily time frame. And what I see on this time frame is that we have this ascending pattern. And don't worry about these patterns, just focus on the fact that I'm using multi-time frame analysis. As you can see, I have a ascending type channel, which usually leads to an impulsive move to the downside after the third touch. So right here, what I see is that I have 1, 2, 3 touches. So anytime from now, I'm expecting a drop to the downside. So anytime from now, I'm expecting a move to the downside. And the beautiful thing is that this pattern is in line with this double top right here. So right now, since we are on the top of the double top, and we are also on the third touch of a ascending structure, I would like to see what's happening right here, because I know price is more likely to drop any time from now. So for me to see what exactly is happening right here, I have to zoom into a lower time frame. I'm gonna go to the 1-hour time frame, and what I see is that we have another ascending pattern right here. An ascending pattern signals a sell or a drop. And as I said a minute earlier, these patterns usually break out to the downside after the third touch. So for the smaller pattern right now, you can see I have 2 touches. So I'm missing 1 touch right here before that drop. And to make this pattern look a bit bigger and more clear, I'm gonna zoom into the 15 minutes time frame. So as you can see, we have a more clearer pattern right here. So now I'll be interested on how price is gonna touch this trend line and how it's gonna react. So let's see. So as you can see, we have a touch right here. And keep in mind that this is at the top of the double top. And on top of that, this is a third touch of this ascending structure. So you see, we have all of these things confirming that we have a sell. And what I would do at this point is to put my sell stop right below this point, so that after a breakout, I'm in for the sell. So, and my stop loss just above. And of course, I'd be targeting the bottom of the structure. So that's how my trade would look like. So as you can see, we are zoomed in, we can't see the fuller picture. So now I need to go to the 4-hour time frame so that I can have a full view of what's happening. So I'm just gonna let price play, and as you can see, price is moving very impulsively to the downside. And I'm sure at the moment you're asking yourself, how often does it happen that we have things aligned perfectly like this? And funny enough, it actually happens a lot. For example, take a look at this previous price action right here. So let me just cut price back to this point. This is that same pattern. 1, 2, 3. We are at the third touch currently. So at this point, I would be interested in seeing what's happening right here. Basically, zoom in to the lower time frame. This time I'm gonna go straight to the 15 minutes time frame. And what I see is this structure right here. Same thing as previous. And I'm basically gonna put my sell stop below the trend line so that I get in after a breakout. And to have a full picture, let me go back to the 4-hour time frame, I mean. and I'm looking for that move to the downside, to the bottom of the structure, so to this point. So let's see. As you can see, this is a very impulsive move to the downside. It's actually just 2 candles all the way to the downside. But that's all I wanted to show you. I hope you learned something from this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any future video. I'll see you on the next video.